Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, welcome back to my kitchen. Who doesn't know me, my name is Svetlana, and today's episode I want to dedicate to my beautiful city. When I was born, when I grew up, the city name is Kiev, is the capital of Ukraine, and we all know what's going on now in Ukraine. They're facing terrifying time. This unjustified war of Putin's regime came to my beautiful country and just ripped everything apart. When I grew up in Kiev, we used to have this cake. The name of the cake used to be Kyiv. It is Kyiv. They still make it, but they changed the ingredients and it's not the same anymore. So everybody who would come to my city, they had to get this cake. It was hard to buy it in the store because it was always sold out. But if they would get a chance to get it, they would get like tens of them and bring it to anywhere they would go, to a different part of Ukraine or a different part of, it used to be a former Soviet Union. So I want to dedicate this episode and make this beautiful cake to represent my support to Ukraine, to my city, and everybody asking me on Facebook, how can we help? Guys, donate. Just donate. There's so many organizations that helping Ukrainian people, refugees. They're facing terrible time right now. Just donate. Just spread the word about what's going on. Just support them. It's so many different ways to support these people. So we're gonna be making this cake. Whoever doesn't know about this cake, everybody from former Soviet Union knows Kyivsky tort. It's amazing and delicious. And by the way, it could be gluten-free, and now the Passover is coming and you could also make it without a flour. It's gonna be excellent for Passover table. So let's go over the ingredients and we'll start making this cake. For the layers, we're gonna need mainly it's egg whites and hazelnut and cashews. That's it. And sugar, of course. We need a little bit of flour or cornstarch. 2 tablespoons flour or cornstarch. We're gonna need 10 egg whites. And this cake is very easy to make, but it's few crucial steps that if you make it wrong, your cake not gonna come out. First of all, the egg whites, you need to separate your egg from egg yolk to egg whites, and you gotta keep your egg whites in the room temperature for 24 hours. I mean, guys, if you wanna do it at night, you decided to do it tomorrow, the cake in the morning, you could separate it at night, leave it on the counter for 12 hours, it's also gonna be okay. We're gonna need hazelnut. It's hard to find clean hazelnut. Usually they come in the shell. So what you gotta do, you see I cleaned them, it's not perfect, but it's fine. You preheat your oven to 300 to 320 degrees and you put them in the oven for 10-15 minutes. And then you take some like a scrub. I show you what I use. This thing is like scrubby, so I put them inside and I just kind of scrub them. So for 10-15 minutes in oven preheated to 300-320 degrees, let it stay. It's gonna be easier to peel off. So we need 200 grams of hazelnut and we need 100 grams of cashew, about 1 3/4 cups of sugar. It's about 320 grams of sugar, teaspoon of lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. So this is for the layers. And our layers, another thing, we kind of don't bake them. We bake them for a little bit and then we need to dry them. So when we're gonna start making the layers, I'm gonna explain everything. For our cream, we're gonna be using about 100 grams of dark chocolate. You may use dark semi-sweet chocolate chip, or I have a thing of chocolate, like 110 grams approximately. A can of condensed milk. It has, I cannot see, about 400 grams. About 300 grams of butter. I have 3 sticks. It's gonna come out to 330 grams. It's also gonna be okay. And we need 2 bags. It's 20 grams of vanilla sugar. If you don't have vanilla sugar, because we need sugar to whip the butter to a white color. So if you don't have vanilla sugar, you could use about 20 grams of sugar, and then you could add a little bit, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract at the end. And also for the flavor, we need to add at the end when we're making our cream, we need to add a tablespoon of cognac. I don't have a cognac, and I'm not going to the store to get a cognac. So I'm gonna use Jameson this cake. It's gonna be fine. I made it so many times with whiskey because nobody drinks cognac in my house, and it was perfect. You want to skip that step? More than welcome to skip that step. So, all right, guys, let's start making our layers. And also, I want to go over about something. I read on Facebook somewhere that you need to use a special baking ring. Oh, my oven is ready. Special baking ring to make the layers. We usually, in this country, we use the spring form, I believe, I don't know if I pronounce it right. The one that opens up. These two. This is baking ring cake. So I adjusted to 22 centimeters. It's about 9 inches. And this is 9-inch form that's separate. So we're gonna make it in 2 of them, and we're gonna see the difference. Honestly, I made it, it's no difference. But people swear that you cannot make it in this, you need that. So you will see, I will show you the difference, and you will judge yourself. Let's begin by making our forms ready, because once you start making the egg whites, we need to bake them right away because they gonna be fluffy, and then if you will leave them on, they're gonna just drop. So we need to get our forms ready. This form is very easy. I'm just putting my parchment paper inside, push it down, and I close it. That's it. This one is done. Just like that. For this one, we need to make circle inside. This is how I do it. And then we cut out that circle that we're gonna place on the bottom. Your circle is done. We take out our aluminum foil because we need to make the bottom of the form. It doesn't have a bottom. So we put our parchment paper inside, and simply we just fix the aluminum foil on top. That's it. We'll put this on side for now, and we're gonna get our nuts ready. For that, I put it in a Ziploc bag. And I gently beat it because we don't want to put it in a blender. We don't want to make like a flour out of this. We need big chunks. So we just break them. You will see, I'll show you. We want to have like pieces of our nuts, like that. Pieces like this. So now we simply add 3 tablespoons of our sugar. The rest will go in our egg whites. And we add 2 tablespoons flour or cornstarch, whatever you guys using. And we mix it. That's it. This is ready. We set it aside. And now we need to whip our egg whites. And this is also steps. So come to this side. I have my helper, my mixer, and let's begin. So I transfer my egg whites in my mixer, and I start whipping. High speed. Now I add a pinch of salt, and I supposed to be like that. You see, they hold the shape. And now I need to get this out. And this is ready. This is the hard peaks. You see? They're holding its shape. Guys, I want to tell you about some crucial step. If you over whip your egg whites, if you continue whipping them, like you see the hard peaks, you turn it down, it stays on the spoon. But if you're gonna whip them for too long, the protein's gonna start breaking down, they're gonna get watery, they're gonna start breaking apart, and that's it. This is where you're gonna ruin your cake. I had this experience once, so I'm telling you from experience. Be careful, it's not gonna be too long. As soon as you're gonna see that the foam got hard, it's done. So now we add our nut mixture in 2 steps, and we start mixing it. Just mix it very gently. Don't break the egg whites, but you also gotta go from the bottom, like all the way to the bottom, because you want to mix everything. You see, that's so fluffy, and it's firm. It's not soft. You're gonna feel it when you mix it, like you need to put a little bit of pressure. Now we just need to separate it into baking pans. So approximately just 1 spoon at a time, you will see. So guys, now we gently, very gently spreading our egg white foam into our baking pans. Okay, and now we're gonna put it in the oven, preheat it to 305 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 to 50 minutes. Everybody's oven is different. I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to feel. This is a crucial step. And then we're gonna change it to 245 Fahrenheit and we're gonna bake it for another hour. So let's begin. 305 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes, and I'll see you then. Guys, this is how it's supposed to look. When you touch it, it goes in like it breaks, but it's soft. So now you see it breaks, but it's soft. Everybody's oven is different, and in my oven it took an hour. So you put at 305 degrees, you wait 40 minutes because everybody's oven is different. You touch it. If it's really like wet, then you put it back for another 10 minutes and you touch it. When you see that it's already dry on top, but it's still, you put your finger and it cracks a little bit, but it's not dry, it's still soft. Kobe says hi. Then it's time. Kobe. Then it's time to turn your oven down to 250 degrees and we're gonna dry them for another hour, maybe more. I'll show you how it's gonna be. It's gonna be very dry on top and it's gonna crack. Like, I'll show you the way it's gonna look. So like that, you're gonna know what to look for. So we're turning our oven down to 250 and another hour. Okay guys, my layers are ready. They were in the oven for 305 degrees for about an hour in my oven. Start with 40 minutes and try it. It has to be soft, but start to cracking a little bit on the top. Then when you get to that consistency, you turn it down to 250 and another hour. Now you could see them, and when you press them, they're already cracking. You could feel that they're still soft inside, but the top layer is already dry. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna take the knife and go around the edges. I wanna take them out and see the bottom. The perfect thing to make them the day before you're assembling your cake, because it's good for them to dry for another, like, overnight. It's gonna be only better. But to me, I have no patience, and I'm gonna definitely let them dry for a few hours, and then I'm gonna assemble my cake tonight. So let's get everything now. And all these crumbles that we're gonna get right now, we're gonna save them. We're gonna need them for decoration. All right, so let me see my bottom. Okay, let's flip it. Perfect. This is perfect. So this needs to dry. The reason why I wanted to take it out because it's hot and I don't want it to get soft. So now I'm just gonna put it upside down because it's already dried a little bit on the top. So I'm gonna let my bottom, you know what? I'm just gonna put it here. I'm gonna let my bottom dry. I hope you guys see me. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing with the other one. All these crumbles, please don't throw it out. This is like crucial, we need it. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, and we're gonna see the difference of the cakes. Perfect. Is that a big difference? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but let me tell you something. If you have, don't invest in a baking ring if you have these forms, because most of us have these forms. So I would not suggest you to invest. Yeah, maybe a little bit different because this one is a little dent and this one is more straight, but who's gonna see it? When you're gonna assemble the cake, no one's gonna see it. So guys, I'm gonna let it dry. If you could let it dry overnight, perfect. Just leave it and let it dry. I don't have time for that, so I'm gonna let it dry for about like 4 hours, and then I'm gonna assemble the cake, and I'm gonna see you when I'm gonna make my cream and put it together, and we'll see how it's gonna go. Alright guys, so now we're gonna be making our cream. We get a butter. I took out my butter when I start making my cake. So it came to a room temperature. When I say room temperature, it means it's soft. It's not melted. When I press on it, my finger goes down. So butter to a room temperature, and I put it into my mixing. Actually, we need 300 grams, but 3 sticks have like 330 grams, and it's fine. The more cream, the merrier. And we start whipping our butter. Also, to that, I'm gonna add 2 bags of vanilla sugar, and we're gonna let it mix until it's gonna get a little bit puffier in volume and it's gonna turn white. Meanwhile, while my butter is whipping, I get to melt my chocolate. I take my chocolate, I get my bowl over boiling water, and I just melt it like that. You could melt it in a microwave, it's up to you guys. I just like melting my chocolate like that. Just melt it. So once my chocolate is melted, we take it out and we let it cool off till we're making the rest of our buttercream. Now my butter looks like this. So this is what I meant by getting much lighter. Now we start adding our condensed milk a little bit of the time. So you add a little bit and you whip it. You guys may stop and just scoop everything. Just give it a nice stir because sometimes it doesn't go all the way down. So just scrub the sides, help your mixer a little bit. At the very end, we're gonna add a tablespoon of cognac or whiskey, because I don't have cognac. And again, we mix it. It's the last final mix, and this is a beautiful cream. Almost done. So my friends, this is my delicious cream. This is the white cream, the buttery cream with condensed milk. And my chocolate is still a little bit warm. We need to wait until it's completely cool. We don't want to put the cream in the warm chocolate. So this is my layers. What I wanted to show you, they very, it's like airy, but inside, if you press it, you could still feel that it's soft inside. It's like hard on the top. It's more like a pavlova type of layers. So yes, we could see that from the ring, from the bacon ring, it's a little bit more firm than from the spring form, but again, it's up to you guys. Now, we need some crumbles to decorate the cake, and it's uneven, so we're just gonna go very gently with the knife, just to make it even, and get some crumbles for the sides of the cake. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. But we're almost ready to assemble our cake. Okay, my friends, so now we're gonna take the bigger part, like 1/3 of our white cream, because we need more of the white cream, of the dark cream, and we're gonna transfer it to our chocolate. Like that. It's gonna be a chocolate cream, and oh my god, it's delicious. We have to mix it really well, and I suggest you even to do it beforehand and put it in the refrigerator for a little bit, because the butter needs to get set a little bit, because we're gonna decorate it and it needs to hold its shape. And right now it's really like loose. So maybe put it in the fridge for like 10 minutes or so, not more, because then it's gonna be too cold. So let's begin. We take a little bit of the white cream and we put it in the middle so the cake does not slide. And also I want to show you something, because we're going to be decorating the cake with the crumbles and the chocolate. The whole plate's going to be so dirty, so we could do something to avoid that. I take a box paper and I put it like that. I cover the edges of the plate. We put the first layer on the bottom, like this, and we put our cream. This is my chocolate cream, and I'm also gonna be using this like a rose attachment. I don't know what number is that, because I'm not professional with all this decoration, but I'm gonna try to do a few roses, because the original Kyiv cake had like beautiful roses of different colors on top, but I'm not gonna do different colors. I'm gonna do a few chocolate roses. You'll see it's gonna look pretty. Put a top layer. Be careful, not pressing. Yes, I see that the bottom layer looks a little bit thicker because of the baking ring. Okay, now we're gonna put some cream on top. on the side. Take it from here and just cover the sides like that. And just go around the cake. Now we take our crumbles and we just take a little bit and just put it on the side of your cake, just like that. Almost done. Of course, you could just take the rest of the cream and spread it on top of your cake. I'm gonna be making my roses. So I'm gonna take the cream, the rest of my cream, oops, and I'm so clumsy. I'm just scared my whole kitchen gonna be in chocolate cream right now. That happened before, and that could happen again. So, okay, my friends, I have my cream, and I just simply go like this. Okay guys, my cream of course should have got a little bit colder, but it's warm, and this is what I got. Still looks okay. And now, it's not even. Oh my god. Okay, who cares? And now, the best part, we take this thing and we just get it out. And that's it. And our plate is almost clean. Yes, it's a little messy, a little bit, but we could clean it up. It's not like a whole big mess. So that's it. This is how we make our cake. Now we put it in the fridge for a few hours because this cream is so soft. You see my rose is even like that. Okay, forgive me for that. And I will see you in a few hours or maybe tomorrow when I'm gonna try it. Okay, my friends, now it's the time to try my delicious cake. I'm gonna show you how it looks inside. My cake is full of hazelnut and cashews. You could, guys, make it gluten-free with, instead of flour, we use cornstarch. And of course, Passover is coming in a week. We could use it for Passover. The cake is absolutely delicious. And let's cut it and see what's inside. I'm gonna try not to break it, even though it's very hard not to break it. Ooh. All right. And this is our delicious cake. It's time for me to try it. This is indescribable. It tastes so absolutely delicious. The inside, I can't even explain. You just taste nutty, spongy, chewy. I can't explain. You guys gotta try it. I mean, whoever knows this cake, they know how amazing it is. And whoever doesn't know, you're more than welcome to try. And you'll be amazed. My kids were born and raised in the United States. So when they tried this cake from the store, they never liked it. They grew up on red velvet and tiramisu and cannoli. When I made it the first time, about a year ago, they were like, "Mom, this is the best cake ever." Because it's the best cake ever, seriously. So I dedicate it to my hometown, Kiev, to my country, Ukraine. My heart goes out for all these people that go through this unjustified war. And I hope this is all gonna be, that it's all gonna end soon. So guys, glory to Ukraine and peace to the rest of the world. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching me. And goodbye. Bye.